Hey there, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a sketch of the Batman villain Scarecrow, but the version that we are doing is from the animated series. And so if you have your pencils all set, we're going to sketch ourselves a Scarecrow. I'm going to do a half body type of pose, so a little bit of dynamic thing going there for him. So what I'm going to do is that, and that. So we have the shoulders right there, and we have one arm going right here. That is his very thin figure. And then of course his most expressive and well-known aspect is his face. So I'm going to put in an oval right there to start off, and what we have is to determine a point here. I can go that much high, so what we'll do is put in over that his Scarecrow hat, and then the other arm can go, there will be a little foreshortening right there. So I'm going to have the other arm going like that. So what we are doing is we are going to first nail the head. So let's start with the head, or we could do the hat because the hat actually covers the head. It's a fairly simple design. So the word here is being scraggly. So this is one of his best depictions. So I'm doing the eyes right there. So one eye a little smaller than the other. I have the mouth right there, teeth, and some like those some patchwork right there, on and off. This is all essentially filled in, and also the mouth is filled in. His color scheme is mostly dark brown or light brown, and there's the yellow here, which I'm getting to in a second. So it really looks like straws. Makes a lot of sense, but I think it might be straws or hair. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that this is the only yellow component in his body. So that is the head right there. We got the hat, we got the straw-like hair, and then we got this tunic. So Scarecrow kind of tunic with some cloth lines, and then we got the foreshortened arm right there. Like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's his hand. So I think he has a glove that's tied in like that. That's the tie, that's the fabric of the glove sticking out, and so some lines there for the fabric again. And I can draw the thumb there somewhere. That's the bottom of the hand showing. He has I know that he has a rope here. So some of that rope, some tunic showing again, and the to bring out and make this thing work for us, I'm going to put in his fingers in a slightly different manner here. So essentially still clawing, but there we go. So our sketch is pretty much complete. You could put in 1, 2, 3 some cloth lines like that, and then the rest is all, you'll just have a light source. Let's say that he's being hit from that side, let's say, with a light source. So we're going to start shading away from it. Now in the animator series, the beauty was that they did not make all the shading, the tones, like really prominent, but whatever they did, it really showed on that black background that Paul Dini's genius mind created and used in this animator series, and that is why it had that dark aspect to it, which really worked for the show. Still groundbreaking after all these years. Of course, he also worked on the Superman or the Justice League series, and there's many characters that we will be sketching from that series as well. But again, the Batman animator series, absolutely one of my favorites. Essentially, for the most part, I would say even it's an all-age spectacle to watch. So I'm putting in some tones right there in his face, going into the hat. So I'm using a pencil. So what we are doing is just trying to bring out some kind of life with the pencil itself, and do this genius and very simple but very effective Scarecrow design some justice. And we are almost there. So again, shadows under the tunic, under that collar piece, and some of it here. And Scarecrow, or as you know, as most of you will actually know who are familiar with the Batman series, Jonathan Crane, one of my favorite villains from the Batman universe in general. Very conflicted, brilliant, and capable of inducing all those scary images in your head using his variety of gadgets and gases, and not as many gadgets as gases. So what we are doing right now is, and let's remember that this is a quick sketch, not a detailed drawing. So I'm quickly touching upon each and everything just to get some kind of tone going, because it does do a little bit of justice to the artwork when we are, even if it's a sketch, it can really work, and particularly for a character like this, where there's a dark feel to everything that he represents. So it really works for him. So around the creases, around all these cloth lines, I've tried to put in some kind of shading as quickly as possible. Now, of course, I would recommend that you could take your time and make this beautiful instead of just a casual sketch, and perhaps even gift it to that Batman fan. And who knows, there might be actually just Scarecrow fans out there. I do not know if there's any huge collective following, but yes, definitely fans of this guy out there who might even sympathize with his fractured and sometimes controversial mindset. But yes, thank you very much for watching. That is the Scarecrow version from the animated series. Do check it out and have a lot of fun playing with different angles and poses with this guy. Please do subscribe, keep in touch, and have yourself a wonderful day.